we are taught as journalists to never ask the question, how does it feel? And you brought that up, that you're now experiencing how it feels. But we are taught professionally, you never ask that question because it's a lame question. It's not specific. You're not garnering the right answer. But now that you've been able to experience on both sides, how do you resolve it? I mean, what is it like? What's it like? Take us there.
It's really interesting to try to, if you go into journalism, if you're a reporter, like it's because you love to observe people and you love to be in situations where you can see them going through things and really take it in. And so to experience it for myself as well, I'm constantly vacillating between being the reporter who's down on the field in the middle of it and just, wanting to document it and think through a reporter's lens, but then also experience it for yourself. And it's been really fun that way. I tell people all the time, it's a blessing and a curse that I did what I did for as long as I did, because when Les comes home, he gets a press conference every night and I'm not letting him off the hook, right? Which I'm sure a lot of nights he's like, can we just, last question, genuinely, he'll be like, enough. But it also means that I can help, in probably some different ways than other people who hadn't been in it. But you do, when you see the people that you love, and let's be clear about this team. I know it's the story and I know it's what people have been talking about, and it comes across somewhat as a platitude, but the culture of this team, and I know I'm a homer, is unlike any other team I've ever been around. It does have shades of what the Patriots were like when I used to cover them, where all of a sudden this locker room full of these just great players took over and created a culture that became the Patriot way. And we saw how that worked out pretty well, right? And that is what you've started to see with this team. This was the season where the players are the ones that took over and really started taking some of the mantle so that Sean didn't have to be everything all the time, because he is such a big cult of personality, a big part of this team and why we won this game. But the players kind of took a lot of that on this year. And it helps when you have guys like Von Miller who come in and they have experienced this before. And he was the one down the stretch, and a lot of you guys out there, sports fans, have read about it, where Von really challenged Aaron Donald to be more vocal, to be that vocal leader, because everybody looks over to Aaron and everybody wanted to win this for him. But when you bring a guy like Von in who's experienced it and says, hey, this is what it takes for us to win, and I can promise you it's addictive. Once you get there, you're not going to want to, give it up. You're not going to want to give the trophy up. So our culture, and I mean from our training staff, through our personnel department, through our front office business people, it is the most amazing group of people that every single one of them, when you talk to them after the game, said, you know what? I want to win for that person. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. And it was, I was saying to someone, I said, we're the good guys. We really came across that way. And that's the way it feels when you're a part of it. Great family men, great fathers. It's just been the pleasure of my life to be around this group of people.
Wow.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.